Faith in God. Faith in God. Healings, brothers and sisters. Today we're going to talk about faith. Because many a time, me I tell you, we go through some things in our life and we are say God abandon we. Come like God forget about we. But me can tell you, my brother and sister, God not really forget about you. You understand? God don't forget about you. Trust me, when I say that God don't forget about you. God is using the things that you are going through to elevate you. God is using the things that you are going through to build up your mind, your heart and soul. God is rearranging the way how you think. God is setting you free from the captivity mindset that you have by putting you through trials and tribulation. Take your obstacles that you are going through and know that it is a part of God's plan to train you for what He wants you to become, to build you in the position that He wants to put you, get you ready for the position that He want to put you in. Hear me, my brothers and sisters, when I say, faith in God, faith in God, faith in God. There is no other way but to have faith in God. Because when you put your faith in God, God will deliver you from whatsoever that you are going through. When you put your faith in God, God will rise you out of situation that you are now in. When you put your faith in God, God will shine the light on you. And when your enemies see you, they will all stumble and fall. Some will have to run away. Some will have to hide. God will bless you in a way that your mind cannot conceive. There was a time when I was on the floor, bedless, don't have a bed, don't have a TV, don't have a fan, don't have a stove, don't have nothing. And you have some people, I say, yes, I saw we want it dirty boy to live. I saw a boy to suffer. I saw we want him to go on. We don't want him to have nothing in a life. And me I tell you, God bring a transformation in my life because me put me faith in a God. Me never put me faith in a man. And God say, Livian, hold a piece of money, bed buy, hold a piece of money, fridge buy, hold a piece of money, stove buy, hold a piece of money, dresser buy, hold a piece of money, all of what we need to put in our house, put in our room buy. So faith in God, washing machine buy, faith in God. When me go in a store and me say, here me general, me need something to cool me down. Him say, look on the fan ya. Me say me no want no fan. We no have something in ya. We no sell we come like a letter from Cool Breeze. Him say, yes, we have something here so for 29,000. You put ice in the back of it. And when you put the ice in it, you turn it on and you feel like a AC. And that me bring in. So faith in God, my brother. Faith in God, my sister. No bother watch who we want there one side and I run off their mouth and I run off them beak when you go through your trials. Because when time God ready to bless you and elevate you, the same people who did that chat and I laugh, I go watch you elevate to the sky and there is nothing that they can do to take you down. So put your faith in God and not in man. Little girl, you get pregnant out of school at a young age. Everybody say you're not going to come out to nothing in a life, but put your faith in God and God will rise you up. Young man, you get locked up in a jail at a tender age. Everybody saying life done because you get 15 years behind the bar, but put your faith in God and God will rearrange your story. Little girl, you used to sell your body on the road. Everybody say you're not going to get no wife. A prostitute you're going to be for the rest of your life, but put your faith in God and God will change your story. Bless you with a loving man. Young man, you used to work on the garbage truck. Everybody see a dirty work you do. No change can come for you. Put your faith in God and God will elevate you. You work for people for $9,000 and $10,000 a week. Put your faith in God and God will bless you to have your own business. You work with people and them must style you and go around you. Put your trust in God and God will help you to open your own place. place. Open your own business. Don't watch the naysayers. Don't watch who want to talk. Ignore and neglect them. Put your faith in God, and God will rise you up. God will bless you. Make your enemy have to watch. Make them stand one side and a listen. Cause this advice you speak truth. Them claim to say them now give me rastum, but me no want to rastum. All I need is a TikTok page and a YouTube page, so my brothers and sisters can hear my voice. Hear me when I say, put your faith in God and let God do the rest. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You are bad mind people. We step aside and sit down and watch you. I suffer how much years, and I go through everything where you go through like a Job. And nobody never threw one little water your root. Everybody did a try to suck out the substance from the soil where you're planting. But when time them see God fall rain and say, I'm going to water your tree now. I'm going to make your fruit them come in a season. I'm going to make your fruit them ripe. Everybody come in now. I come with bucket. Who now come with basket. Ready for pick. When you did that do your work, everybody did a laugh and attack. Now them want fruit. Half of your loving tree where God bless you with. Me not tell you what you do, but Livian ain't giving them none. You ain't getting none of what God bless me with. You and your bad mind ways and your iniquity ways are true where you do not work. Make you feel like you can't come friend me now. Me no want a friend from you. When I was down, you kicked me many times. Now God bless me and rise me up. Where are you going? I don't want your friendship. And me and God did a seal from day one. So how now you want to come at day 9? You never see me when me did a suffer. So how you come and stretch out your hand? You better move out of me way. My faith in a God. Me no care what them want talk about me say. So long as God pleased with me. I don't care how they want laugh after me. So long as God pleased with me. When God say, Livian, go and go plow up your farm. Go and go plant your seed. Them laugh and them talk. A madman this. A plant seed in a sonata. No, me crop start to come in. Everybody they one side and a look. Me alone a pick. And nobody else. I don't need no help on my farm. Because when I was cleaning it up, nobody never want to help me. So how no one can help me pick? No. Don't play with God. Put your faith in a God. No matter where you are do, put your faith in a God. If you can't find somebody where you worship God with you, lock your leg if you're a woman. Drop your zip if you're a man. No mingle and mingle with no demon folks. No mingle and mingle with no iniquity folks. Keep your vessel clean, lady. Keep your vessel clean, man. And make God get free work through you. So when you take the microphone and start to talk, demons have to tremble, demons have to move, demons have to run, demons have to take themselves. Cause God there, so listen to me. Put your faith in God. Despite what you go through, you're sick and up on the sick bed. Put your faith in a God. You don't find the money for the loan. Put your faith in a God. You can't find money for sending picnic to school. Put your faith in a God. Despite what you are going through, put your faith in a God. Make them talk. Make them call your name. No care what them want to do. Put your faith in a God. You are climb your hill. Climb your hill with God. Yeah, go downhill. Go downhill with God. If you are suffer with God. So when prosperity comes, make sure you remember God. Put your faith in a God. Put your faith in a God, man. Put your faith in a God, woman. Everything you no try, you no sister, you no fail. A full time now. You no put no trust in a God. Put no faith in a God. Take your faith where you have in a man and put in a God. Take your faith where you have in a woman and put in a God. You try 25 man already and you fail. Now a time for you try God. You try 25 woman already
try and you fail. Now a time you fear try God. Listen to me. Don't play with God. Make God use you. Make God rise you. Make God elevate you. Make God bless you. Put your faith in a God. Make God run it furlong with you. Make God plow up your land with you. Make God in everything where you do. Yeah, sail God sea. Make sure you carry God. Yeah, go through the desert. Make sure you carry God. Yeah, go through tribulation. Hold on upon God. Because your storm will not be forever. It is only a matter of time. And you shall see what everybody that testify about God was talking about. Ride out your star, my sister. Ride out your star, my brother. Because God have a plan. And the plan is now manifesting. Now take a look. And your enemy ready to laugh. Everybody have to shut up. Have to get silent. Because authority they are so. Bam, bam. Don't play with me. When God say, Livian, I want you to step out and do something new today. Tell me, brothers, tell your sisters, them say, them if you put them faith in me, tell them bow me some more, Livian. Tell them how to get to me. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. You could have changed 25 church and that's how you learn about God. You could have changed 35 denomination and that's how you learn about God. You could have changed 100 different religion and that's how you learn about God. Oh, you want to learn about God? Come, let me tell you. Draw your ears. Let me teach you how to learn about God. Long suffering, loneliness, faith, patient. Put your trust in our Almighty God. Make God teach about him. Nobody can teach about God. A God have to teach about him. You know, make no sense you go over to school and talk about pastor. Me want you teach me about God. Pastor himself want know about God. You know, make no sense you go over to church and say, Bishop, teach me about God. Bishop himself want know who God is. A God alone can teach about him. Humble yourself in a God class. Make God teach you something new. God is different from what they say. God is multiple and not one. God is many. God is across. God is beyond the human understanding. So if you wrap up God in a one little box and claim to say God no works, so you living in an illusion. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. You are bad mind people. We see you are 19 and hear you are 19 and feel like a tight thing and feel like a joke thing. Hear me now. Me a one a spiritual God man. God bless me with my spiritual rifle. So anything will stand up in front of me and I want me to do what me to do in a life. And I want me to do what me to do and fulfill my purpose. My spiritual AK already heil up. My machine gun already upon crank. My pumpy already crank up. My pistol ready for shoot. A spiritual war go on here, so I'm here walk with God. Body upon body upon body. Spiritual body will be taken up. Mr. Magman, you never hear when me send off shut down your mag. Grave digger, you never hear when me send off stop the grave. Man, we are Billy casket. You never hear when me send no top bill casket. Because my enemies are now coming in for their final race. Don't play with God. Have faith in a God. Have faith in a God, brother. Have faith in a God, sister. A way you could have hear about. A God run the ground. A God run the earth. A God run the universe. A way you hear about. Put your faith in a God and watch everybody we are walking iniquity upon you. Iniquity backfire upon them and attack them in a late night. Put your faith in a God and watch all of who we are walk with the name in a shoes. Watch them foot swell and can't get better. Put your faith in a God and all of who we got sent Mary over upon a little abandoned island and I write your name upon bamboo. You all of them are going to see themselves over there now. Put your faith in a God and when them go bury you in a mermaid water deep under rock, God are going to release you. Put your faith in a God. And the octopus spirit, where try mad you out, have to release you. Put your faith in a God. And the sex demons will oppose you, have to release you. Put your faith in a God. Don't play with God. And don't play with me. Put your faith in a God, brother. Put your faith in a God, sister. No care what nobody want to do. Make sure say your faith intact. Make sure your faith is grounded. Make sure you're connected to God and nothing outside of yourself. Because if you're not connected to God, when the demons come and insist on no power in the day, he might go box you over. Time might go come where pastor he go run off a rastum. When demons get mad and in our authority and in our tongues and in a know how to deal with them. You think me I say no to you want them we play church. You wait till God ready to rise up and stamp them and put them in a them place and bring them down. When God send a little girl to them and say help me little child, them run bring her around a corner, go draw for her clothes. Listen to me, put your faith in a God. Make God teach about him. You don't want nobody. Everything what you need inside of you, because God is within you. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. Don't play with God.
If I didn't obey the Lord and God, my enemies would be having a ball. But because I did, they all were being silent and put in their proper place. My faith was what they wanted to destroy. Because if they could get me to forsake God, then they could destroy me. But being I didn't, they lose the war by a large margin.
Yeah, man. Are you faith in a God? Make your enemy lose the war. Are you faith where you have in a God? Make them can't destroy you. I faith where you have in a God. Make them a tumble down so. I faith where you have in a God. Make their iniquity a backfire upon them so. I faith where you have in a God. Make everything where them do in a late night. And I try to hold you down. I tumble over upon them. Them who in a trap where them set. A backfire upon them. Hear me now, my brothers and sisters. Rise up with your faith. Put your faith in a God. Now make nobody tell you about. You can't do it by yourself. Let me tell you this. You can't do it with God. You don't need no brother. You don't need no sister. You don't need no mother. You don't need none of them. Everything what you have is already inside of you. Everything what you need is already inside of you. Because God is within and God is not outside. I once asked a young lady, I said, if your father's name is Mr. Johnson, what would be your name when time you born? She said, my name would be Johnson as well. And I say, if God is your father and God is inside of you, what will you become if you obey God? Me no want stray too far, but me just put a thought in your mind for you go think about that. God is in you. God is not outside of you. Stop look for God in a outer things and look for God inside of yourself. Your vessel is the temple of God. Your vessel is the home for God. Your vessel is the destination of God. When your vessel is unclean, God cannot dwell. Listen to me, brother and sister. The world system, everything is against you. When time you start to walk and do your part in a life, everybody want to tear you down. Everybody want to shoot you down. Some of them are saying, you know, if you fight fire with fire, but me not believe in that. Because me now make no Goliath come box me over. Me have my spiritual AK and me a shoot Goliath down because God bless me with me blessing. I mean, no say bad mind people I go see me things and want to take it for themselves. I mean, now give up my blessing so a war. Don't play with me. Don't play with God. When God ready to choose your whole time selective few, and God say, listen to me girl, listen to me boy, I want you to put your faith in me, because if you don't put your faith in me, your enemy will destroy you. You have to obey when God talk to you. Now go where you feel like go where God send you. Now run where you feel like run, go. Run where God say you fi go. Put your faith in a God and watch changes. Watch changes. No for who know. I do 2 here already. Go and do a couple more here. Make God send somebody for you. Round of applause from Livian. Some of you know, man. I do 1, 3, 4 here already. Keep yourself to yourself same way. Make God send somebody for you. No go out there go take up no Jezebel. No go out there go take up no demons. No go out there go take up nothing by yourself where you can't manage. Make God bless you.
Make God bring inside your life when you want to bring in. Make God bring in the things when you want to manifest in your life. You know, go take up nothing for yourself. Because many people out there today go take up crosses upon themselves and come and talk about oh God give them crosses husband and oh God give them crosses wife. And you go take up crosses upon yourself because you couldn't control the crotch, you couldn't jump your zip, you couldn't control yourself none at all. So when time you go take up problem upon yourself, me know why you are talk about God give you problem. Blame yourself. Blame yourself. Hear me now. You have 6 opponents in a 100-meter race. And when the 6 of them about to start the race, and the shooting gun go off, number 5 get injured at 75 meters. And the coach say, number 5, you want to continue a race? Him say, yes. And when time he lose that the race there because of injury, the coach did feel like enough he make him go in the next race. But he asks him if him okay because you know, sometimes like an injury come and just like a minor thing. You can't run out the meet. And the next meet come and he see him 75 meters in collapse. And the coach say, no, me not send in no more. He say, coach, make me do my thing. And he go in the next race and in collapse at 75 meters. Coach say, all right, me not send you. He say, coach, me want go. He run in our next race. In collapse and in couldn't move. And right there so, right there and then, he realized he can't take another foot further. So he decide to say, me now bother going on no more meet. And no for in a relationship. When you heart get broke, you run in our next relationship. You heart get broke, you run in our next relationship. You heart get broke, you not take it time out for heal yourself. You not take it time out for know yourself. You not take it time out for love yourself. So because you constantly go into something new with the old version of yourself, you will constantly repeating and will be getting the same old you over and over. You want a honest man and you are born liar. How that a go? You want a honest man and you are born thief. How that a go? You want a man when I give you bun and you give bun in the factory. How that a go? Man and woman and you may talk. And where you put in, you get. Anything you sow, that you go reap. Anything you plant, that you go reap. You can't plant corn and one come pick Livian mango. You can't plant guinea and one come pick Livian mango. You can't run down your road and style everybody and use everybody and no make no change in your life. And one come put yourself side of me and so you go. I gotta forgive me my wife. I gotta forgive me my lady. Me no want nobody feel like say, true Livian, look handsome and sweet. You can't come use your money and come try style me. And me and God come from my suffering days. So me and God in my blessing days. Where were you when I was down? Where were you when I was struggling? I got me see, I got me here. So no matter what you want come with, your big ride, your thousands and your million, your big house, don't mean nothing to me. All that I know mean to me is God. My faith is in God and I put my trust in God. I am waiting on God. Call me what you want to call me because at the end of the day I will be victorious. I don't want your sweetness. I don't want to hear your sweet story. I don't want you to write me a check. I don't want you to invite me nowhere because I know that what I am waiting on is from God. No demons can send nobody to me. No demons can send no flesh to me. No warrior worker can't send nothing to me. No witch can't send no woman to me. Because me know God's voice. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me. Brr, bam, bam. Put your faith in a God. When time your enemy rise up against you, thunder ball off a drop. When your enemy rise up against you, spiritual AK off a bus. Put your faith in a God. When them come in a numbers, God will be throwing the spiritual bomb. God will be sending his angel and say, listen to me. Those boys and girls, I want you to put them under your protection. Don't let nothing reach them. God give me a job to do, and I am here to do the job. So anybody see me post on TikTok and you don't like what I post, take it up with the Lord, take it up with God, because I don't answer to you. I don't have to answer to you. I am answering to God. I don't have to answer to you none at all. So any problem where you have, make sure you take it up with the Lord. And some who know will love come make comment and come make negative comment and come talk some things. Make sure you can defend what not right on my screen, because a spiritual bad man there so, a spiritual gunman there so. Be careful where you write on the Livian post. Be careful of the comment that you make, because I won't be stepping to you physically. I will be coming to you spiritually, and I'm not coming to talk to you. I'm coming to box you down spiritually, because you want to make trouble. So make me show you trouble. Me and no one I dibby one. Well, no can come style up and feel like you no can do anything, and you go and punish. Once you rise up against me, me believe in a vengeance, because I serve a vengeance God. So once you rise against me, no say when you drop asleep, you will be see Livian running you down with the spiritual pistol, and I will be squeezing it at you. So when time you know make trouble, pick on opponent wisely. Pick who know make trouble wisely. Because me not come tell nobody about them mother. Me not come tell nobody if you go do that and go do this. A spiritual box down when you rise up against me. Because me a spiritual gunman. A God me believe in, and a God me work with. No for who know say I can't God him a serve. I must see devil. But go and talk. Because me a go watch. It will no enemy defeat you know. Because the teaching will no get, can't make you no defend on yourself. If we how no I go at it, I go put you in a casket early. Me come to do my purpose. So any boy and girl feel like them can rise up against me, I am not telling you to leave me alone. I have something for you.
They couldn't question my authority, because I use faith as a bullet and slay them for the public to see what faith in God can do. They all thought that I would have given up, but even in my suffering, I hold on to God and let go not. Even when it seems they were winning, I held on to faith and proved to my enemies that God didn't make a mistake, that I was chosen to lead thy spiritual army to war.
So when some people are talk about Livian, what make you teach the people them? So them fi fight fire with fire. Then me say, well, no one me fi come tell them fi do. After God never tell me say, me fi be no soft soap to none of my enemies. God never show me say David, I did no soft soap to none of my enemies. God never show me say Samson, I no soft soap to none of my enemies. So God say, Livian, I am giving you the teaching to go out and teach my children, teach my people. Let them know that they must fight back whosoever is fighting them. They must not turn no jaw. They must pray in the hours of 12. They must pray in the hours of 3. They must pray in the hours of 6. And they must pray in the hours of 9. Because these are the hours where the elements open and the spiritual prayers can be received. Tell my people that they must remember me. Look inside of themselves and they will find me. They must not look for me. No, we are in no temple, because I am not there. I am within them. Tell them, Livian, preach me message that I give you to preach. I want you to touch the heart and soul of each and every one with the anointing that I put in your voice. Some that know you, when them hear you, them are go feel it. When them see you, them are go feel it. Because my children, they know my voice. And long as I am with you, Livian, no matter where you go, people will always be supporting you. People will always open door for you. you because you are doing my work. Your faith in me is very strong. Your faith in me is powerful. Now the authority that I am putting on you now, Livian, it is beyond human understanding. I want you to take the mic and preach to my brother, to your brothers and sisters. Tell them to put them faith in a God, and enough of them not believe in a God again. Because some pastor boy I take out some 12-year-old girl panty and make some people feel like say God a joke thing. Some big woman a draw down some little 9-year-old boy brief and I do some dirty things and claim to say them dep on pulpit and I turn me people them from me. Hear me now, Livian. I am giving you the fire in your voice. I am giving you the wind in your voice. I am giving you the hurt in your voice. I am giving you the water in your voice. I am turning it up. Make your soul like thunder roll. I am turning it up. Make it strike like lightning. So when demons hear your voice, who now fi run out a yard, have to take a flight, have to hide, have to get headset and stuff in our ears. Demons have to run under this voice. Demons have to run under this authority. Go and go preach to me people them. Go and go tell them that I am not coming. I am already here. Tell them they must find me inside of themselves. Tell them, Livian, give up not on me because I am within them. Tell them to search inside of themselves and they shall find me. The same way how I helped David, the same way I will help them. The same way I helped Daniel, the same way I will help them. The same way I helped Job, the same way I will help them. Tell them not to run, go to nobody with them problem. Tell them to find themselves under one tree. Sit down and talk to me. Bring them problem to me because I am inside listening to their problem, listening to what they have to say. Tell them no run, go no pastor yard. Go tell no pastor no problem. Tell them to tell me them problem. I am the problem solver. I have the solution for the problem. Tell them to put them faith in me, Livian. Go and go preach me, boy. You're obedient and you're disciplined. Now watch your blessing I go flow. Do me work. No worry about who will want to kill you. Them only can try. When 1 try, 3 I go dead. When 6 try, 9 I go dead. When 9 try, 18 I go dead. Multiply, multiply, multiply. The more them try to hurt you, it shall multiply back on them. Put your faith in a God, brother. Put your faith in a God, sister. Now watch who we feel. Learn from them. Now watch who we are trying to hold you down. Move from them. Now watch who we are trying to stop you. Evade them. Leave them company. Keep yourself to yourself. Make God can use you. Lock your leg as a woman. Make God clean up your vessel. Drop your zip as a man. Make God clean up your vessel. So you're a pastor, and you have wife side of you, pan rastum, and have six brown girl in down the pan bench, where you already sample, and you have your eye pan one next like a brown one over there. And what kind of pastor you be? And what kind of example you be? And the blind people, them will sit down, but them a jump and a reel. When time you a preach, you fi go inside. You're not ready for your rastum. God a go run you off. God a go burn you out. God a go set you on fire. We do no nastiness. We do no teaching we not bring. We not help nobody. I hold down people. And I talk about una pray for them. Una hold demons. You think God no sooner. Una feel like una get way. Una no get way. Uno can't get when neither. Who we have a word? Uno no want them. Uno want them. We are going to put up with uno nastiness and uno dirty life. Why if you claim to say you're married and you have your husband and 5 little young boy down on bench sample you out already and you have your eye upon number 6, look at you too. And one come tell me about God. When me look upon them, me see demons where them I walk with. Me see demons where them I work for. When them see me, none of them have to take away themselves because God in me. And when them see me, them see God. Don't play with me. You feel like a joke thing. When them see me, they see God. Because God say, I create you in my own image. Christ say, when you see the Father, you see me. Because the Father is within me. So if God is not in me, that means something else is inside of me. If I am not a part of God, then I'm not a part of God's bloodline. But God's blood run through my vein, so I know who I am. Brothers and sisters, put your faith in a God in a tough time and rough time. And when your blessing come, remember God. Not for them when time a blessing come, them say, me no bother want God again. Me no bother want hear what God say. When God say get up and pray, then jump up and get up and pray. When time them did a suffer, but no blessing get big. Hey, see, they in a house and bed so big now. Then can't even them alone can't hold penny. Carpet no the pan gang again. A tile floor. They now look up on no zinc. A deck house stop. They now fear tell mosquito if go one side. Hey, see a blue make mosquito no one come in a house. So when God say pray, they say me can't bother if he give up. And alright, that's how they feel. Turn your back upon God when time God bless you and see if God no get jealous and take away blessing. When time God bless you, he no bless you if you go work for nobody else. God bless you for your work with him. So when God build you up and set you up and clean you off and you abandon God for man, God a go cut you down. When God set you up, bless you and clean you off and you abandon God for woman, God a go cut you down. And no fight me see some people when God bless them, they no bother wine and nothing with God. All they want are them money, them all about them check, them no want hear what God a say again because God a feel later. God jealous. And God will cut you down. Can't run off a road and crash and they're not dead. Insurance did run out. So then could get the insurance money. So God work. When time you violate God, God will go violate your back. Nobody listen to them. But we only serve a loving and kind God. God is also unkind. Don't play with me. My preaching kind of different. God will show you a dark side of him. And you are going to say a devil at work. But a God will punish you. What you mean? Then God not punish him, pitney them too. You violate God's words and God will punish you. I see him teacher will say yes. I see him teacher will say no. I see him vice will teach you. I see him vice will tempt you. You're there in a class and a teacher in there. And the entire student, them learn from a teacher. And upon the day of test, who give them a test? Looking on yourself and know yourself. Looking on yourself and know yourself. I see him vice will teach you not to do. I see him vice will tempt you to do. Because when you pass the test, that's so you go elevate. So when God tell us, say, listen to me, woman, me no want you to no man, you know. Me no want you go take on no man by yourself. Unless I little husband when me I bless you with. You claim to say you can't wait upon God and run gang up my leg and then mess up yourself and dirty up yourself. And when you see a nice clean husband a pass, you want come dirty him up too. You better go one side with your nastiness. Because when God tell you if you do something, you must obey. And no woman miss out upon their nice clean husband because they could wait upon God. They could lock their leg. And now some of them have your box mango out of hog mouth. Don't play with me. I come to talk the truth. Me know say no for now go exit now because fire there. But if you love the truth and you want correction, stay and listen. When God tell you say man, me no want you put yourself with no woman, and you go put yourself with woman and dirty up your vessel, and you see a nice clean wife a pass where God did have in store for you, you can't touch her because God now go make you dirty up in vessel when plan for use. So when God give you a commandment, you better work with it. You better run with it. Run with the revelation where God give you. Put your faith in a God. Don't put your faith in a gambling shop. Don't put your faith in a them because them now do nothing for you. The amount of money where you spend down there so could have buy you a couple things if you put in a one business. The amount of money where you spend down there so could have buy a couple black if you finish your house. The amount of money where you spend for world down Livian could have finished a couple apartment where you start how long and can do. Don't play with me. I've got in here.
I prove myself worthy of all the blessing that was given to me. So them that thought they could perform blessing swap on me got a custom-made casket and a grave. I kept my faith and stay loyal to the Lord and see all that meant me harm become dust right in front of my eyes.
Every enemy will rise up against me become dust. Everything crumbling in their life. Everything where them a try to manifest for me get cancelled. Because God have a plan for my life and no enemy can destroy the plan where God have for my life. So brothers and sisters, when me preach and tell you say, put your faith in a God, me know what me a talk about. No make nobody jar you round no corner, girl. Go show you no banana. No make no girl go round no corner. Go open no leg and show you no split. Young man, stay focused. Purpose is inside of you. And the enemy out here destroy purpose very, very hard. I feed them task that for destroy purpose where God put upon your life. Because when they destroy your purpose where God put upon your life, right there and then get blessing. No make nobody come take you off of your path. No make nobody come distract you. No make nobody come be no rumble in your life. Focus upon God. Focus upon where God give you for do. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. When God give you an assignment, run with it. Put your trust in a God and listen to God. No care where they want to talk, say. Because them are going to talk and them are going to do things. They will do things. When you learn to love yourself, learn how to put yourself first. Learn how to know yourself. And that's how you're going to know God. Because God is a part of your vessel. God is within you. God is not outside of you. So when you take the time to know yourself, I saw you going to know God. But when you jump from relationship to relationship, the whole I ship them are going to sink until you learn. If you keep yourself to yourself, if you learn about God, them never teach you this in a school. Because if them did teach you this in a school, you would have become too powerful. Them now go teach you this in a church. Because if them teach you this in a church, you are going to learn about yourself. And you are going to know God for yourself. And that them no want. When you keep your energy to yourself, your vessel become clean. God can get for use you for doing will and work which part He want you to work. God can get for discipline you and put you where He want put you. But when time you follow for them teaching, them a tell you say if you run, go get married and mash up your purpose where God put by your life. Enough people me see how some people mash them up because they never ready for no marriage yet. They should have know themselves first before they go married. How you feel run go married and you don't know yourself. You need to know yourself first before you can talk about your wife. You need to know yourself first before you can talk about your husband. Then how you are going to take care of husband and you can't take care of yourself. How you are going to take care of your wife and you can't take care of yourself. You must learn to love yourself. Learn to take care of yourself. Learn Learn about yourself. Learn about God. Make God teach you. Dwell in a loneliness till you fall in love with loneliness. When you get comfortable with loneliness, at this so you know God. Right there and then you know God. Because God become your comfort. God become a vessel. God use your vessel and can activate himself inside of you. So when time you talk, anyway people they in a world, them say something about this young man because God is there. Don't play with God. I know who no choose for God. God choose. God choose who he want to use. So all who are talk about Livian, all him a go on, we are going to see who are going to give him rastum if he come preach to nobody because he not get no mic from we and he can't come in a we church come preach because we don't want to hear him type of preaching because Livian don't mention nothing about the Bible. Then listen to me now. How can I mention about something that I don't know nothing about? How must I preach about something that I don't know nothing about? You want me if you come preach about believe. Me now preach about believe. I am preaching about knowing. Me a preach about what me experience. Me a preach about what God do for me. Me a preach about how me get to know God for myself. Me no want nobody go introduce me to no book and I come tell me about when time me read book. Me a go know God. Me only can read the book and believe. But when me experience God for myself and know me, I go know, uno back up with no back with your teaching. Back up with no back with your thinking. Me now follow uno because when time me see enough people follow uno and right now them I go keep them ceremony. Them I go get them ready, dress them up for carry them go to church and I put them in a casket for go down in a grave. Cause fool no teaching. I tell me about me feel love him man we have fight against me. Me no want have nothing to do with that. Fool no teaching I tell me say me fi take back span jar and turn your next jar and take backs. What kind of slavery mentality that? God give me 2 hands and give me 2 foot. God say Livian, hear me now. Follow my instruction. Who wise, then we follow you too. No force nobody fi listen to you. No force nobody fi follow you. Speak the truth. And who that I am in, that I'm within them. When them hear you attack, them are going to say, see when a God pick me up. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Or you want me to come believe in something where you are tell me about and me never experience it for myself. And you want choke it down me throat. You want push it down me throat. And I tell me say, if me now walk that way, you don't have nothing to do with me. Well, right now, you have to go cut me off because me cut off no for no long time. Because me see road where una good on pan and me see road where una care God pick me them and a good on pan, have them as sacrifice, have them as lamb, depower them, and I tell them both they enough to think for themselves, depower them, and I tell them say they enough to fight for themselves, depower them, and I tell them both they enough to fight fire with fire. Then how can you come to me with spiritual gun and me come to you with hug? And I say, work, yes, sir. You are about spiritual gun. Me about spiritual gun too. Me a beat my spiritual AK in a you too. I see him where how you want me fi dead. I see him where me want you fi dead. I see him where how you want bury me. I see him where me want bury you. God never raise no fool. God never raise no idiot. Back up with your back with your thinking. Back up with your lies. Back up with your illusion. Back up with your confusion. Back up. And don't come to me with that. God say, Livian, me have you have to talk the truth. Me want you tell me people them where going behind the scenes. And enough of them now go like you, but no worry about who will want kill you. Because you have over 99 angels ready and strap, defense and harm, well shield. You are well protected. Spiritual army are where you are walk with, because me assign some special force to you. So any one of them big head fool there and them big neck fool there feel like say they can touch you in your white shirt or make little dust touch your white shirt. Tell them say, hi God say, they will have to answer to me. Tell them say, hi the Lord say, they will have to answer to me. No warning and greet nobody where I try to stop you. No warning and greet nobody where I try to kill you. No warning and greet nobody where I try to cut you down. Lightning and thunder. Don't play with God. I wanna could have come here about. You don't think you can come intimidate me. But Livian, me want you, me no hear you talk about the Bible. Me want you to preach about Bible. Me a preach about what me experience. Me a preach about what me see a go on. Me a preach about what God put in my spirit. Every time when me take up a mic, me no looking at no book. I download a God. A God that tell me what he say. A God that talk through me. I Lord that talk through me. Show me couple pastor. We can give you 1 hour out of sermon without looking at one book. Show me one pastor where you take away Bible from him and see if he can preach about nothing. You no want to underestimate the thing. You don't want to come bow now, hold down the thing. You no care hold down this. And never man put me up. And God put me up. When me look for my views, and me see thousands upon 1,000K. Me say, God, how you do this? When me look for the followers, me see 1,000 upon 1,000K. Me say, God, how you do this? And God put me where me there. Me never buy no views. Me never buy no likes. Me never buy no comment. I put in the work and let my hard work speak for me. So who no one accept me? Too bad for you, because you will be missing out and the blessing that God sent to you to pull the chain from your mind, to pull the chain from your heart, to pull the chain from your soul. Don't play with God vessel. Don't ramp with God vessel. Lightning and thunder we drop when you play with God vessel. Bam, 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 bam. We drop on your foot when you play with God vessel. So me come to tell my brothers and sisters, say put no faith in a God. Put no faith in a God and put no faith in a human being. Because human being a failure. Them fail you over and over and they will never stop fail you. But when you put your trust in a God and put your faith in a God, God will go uplift you. God will go uplift you. You know how we feel when your enemy look and see say, yeah, pull out fridge out a car back, brand new fridge in a box, I come out a car back. Your enemy look and see brand new bed bottom, I come out a truck, I come off a car top, and I come in a house, brand new AC, I get installed in a house, brand new washing machine, I put in a house, brand new stove, I go in a house. Brand new dresser, I go in a house. 50-inch smart Samsung TV, depend dresser, depend wall. You know how your enemy feel when them do every single thing if he try if he stop you and say God bless you. You know how your enemy feel when them say if you stay single till you're dead and then see one nice chrome browning wrap up in your arms. You know how your enemy feel when them look and say God I send every single thing when them try if you black out of your life. God bless you multiplyly. You know your enemy feel when them bury you over one part and when them look there and say you can't rise back up. You know your enemy feel when them spend $1 million to kill you and every gunman will come to kill you then drop asleep and can't wake. You know your enemy feel when him link every up your man down on the left and on the right in the center up and beyond and none of them can touch you. You know what your enemy feel when he give which every dollar we have, and he still can't take you down. They still can't mash up your purpose. You know what your enemy feel when time you come from the place when them did want you to stay, when you elevate and God elevate you. You know what your enemy feel when you are no longer the person that they wanted you to be. You are no longer the person that they want you to be like. You know what your enemy feel when them sister you not fi sleep and gone again. A queen size and king size bed you sleep on. You know what your enemy feel when them sister you change short pants, shoes and bag. Everything a change now and then. You know what your enemy feel when them sister them can destroy your life in 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock at night because you get up and a prayer. You know what your enemy feel when them can't stop your blessing. Them can't cancel nothing out of your life again because God put a protection around you. You know what your enemy feel when them look and see everything where them try to stop. You still a get it. You know what your enemy feel when them can't hold you down and dry you down no more. You know what your enemy feel when them look and see say where them you want take from you. If you give them picnic and themselves, them can't touch it. You know what your enemy feel. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Bam 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 bam. Don't play with God. What you could I hear about? What you could I hear about? A God there. What you could I hear about? When time God bless you and I shame your enemy and I put them underneath your foot, like how David said, my enemies become stepping stool. I saw your enemy, you are walk on them now. Your enemy are for the one side and a turn spectator. Your enemy are for a relax in a pain because them can't touch you. In more than rise, for tumble you down, and more than tumble down. None of them can't stop what God have in store for you when you put your trust and your faith in a God. And no make me a make up story. I listen if you listen to me. Me not tell you if you believe. Me not tell you if you follow me. But listen to what I have to say. When you put your trust and faith in God, every door, every lock shall be open and will be open. It is already open. It is already done. Come to me, come to me, come to me. And you will find refuge in God. You will find safety in God. Your ship will turn over. God will put it back on the flat and make it sail again. Your house will sink. God will rebuild it and give you one different house. Your car will crash. God will make you go take out a Benz, out a hardy place or a hardy vehicle. God will make you go take out a BMW vehicle and a drive around and a shame your enemy. God will bless you in front of people where did I try to kill you. God will bless you in front of people where did I try to destroy you. God will bless you in their eyes. Shame, 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 shame. They shall and will be shame because them try to destroy your life. And the more them try to take you down, and the more God elevate you, the more them try to destroy you, and the more God bless you. So when me tell you if you put your faith and trust in a God, listen to me. No believe if you don't want to believe. Listen to what me I say. Think about it and see if Livian are telling a lie. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. Put your trust in a God. Put your faith in a God. And watch and see how God work out things for you.
I kept my promise that I wouldn't go back to nothing that no longer served me. And I was being rewarded in the presence of all my enemies. All who rejected me before wanted me as their spouse. But I turned them down because the Lord and God show me my spouse. And the description matches not them.
Yeah, man, the description never match her at all. When we look upon her, I say, no, sir. And I see this because the Spirit of the Lord already show me my wife. The Spirit of the Lord already show me my spouse. So when me see they send one little one come and I tell me, boy, see your wife, yeah, marry that woman, yeah. Me say, yo, listen to me. You know better back up and don't come me way with that. I don't feel like say me soft to split. You no feel like say me soft to woman. You no feel like say me I go mash up myself. Like how so other man mash up themselves. You no think you no can come season up no woman and come send to me again. You no feel like you no can come destroy me with flesh. Like how you no destroy me brothers and sisters them with flesh. You no think you no can come pretty up and say nothing to me if you make me fall. Think again. My faith in a God, so me look in her eyes, and me flirt with her, and me draw one side, and me can tell you say, she feel like she dep on fire, she hold fi take her for her close same place. Me a look in her eye and me a say, girl, you're beautiful. I tease her, and she a show me a smile. She no know say in my head, I don't want even fi touch her hand, I don't even want to give her a hug. But she feel as if say she did a go nab me. And me say, when time me come to it time and she make her strike with her snake self, me use the spiritual sword and eliminate the head. Briki, urikimbe sikide, karadambo do sukodo. Emereke mboro, siena mansenki anantoro. Akarambo iki achaba. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. Do not play with God. Use the spiritual sword and eliminate the head. When you look and see say that one are too powerful, you recite off you run. Don't play with me. We will not go with she. We no can use she to take me down. God already tell me who my wife is. So how no come with imitation? Me no want that. Oh, no come with carbon copy. Me no want that. I original me want. Me no want to no come send me no speck of earth or no speck of dirt. Me want the original copy. Me want the blueprint. No give me that. Me not settle for that. So brothers and sisters, when your enemy look and see say God is about to bless you, nobody feel like they now go send all type of things. If you try to destroy your life, if you try to stumble you, if you try to cut you down, you have to be smart, you have to be wise, you have to listen to God because they hold you enough and the intention where them have is to cut you down. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. Israel was a little boy. He was the 12th child for his mother and father. And the mother said, Israel, what would you like to be when you grow up? And Israel said, I would like to be a man of God. Mother said, you sure you want to take on such a part? Why don't you think to be a doctor? Why don't you think to be something else other than that? Why you want to go preach? No money no really depend preaching, you know. And I be a bad man, and I be a hobby, I be a sorcery, choose something else. Israel get upset in himself and say, mother, in himself he talk and I say, my mother don't want me to be where I want to be. Because the man that need him mother roof, he must be a mother. And he choose doctor. Israel be a doctor for 2 years and comfortable. Be a doctor for 3 years and comfortable. Be a doctor for 4 years and comfortable. Be a doctor for 5 years and feel uncomfortable. And Israel say, me now do another year in a this. Me born for preach. A preaching me I go do. And Israel a walk down pan the road one day in a big beautiful car. And when time he see one little man have a little speaker box and a preach out there, Israel go in front of him man and say, give me the mic. And the man say, what are you talking about? Yeah, water full Israel, yeah. And the man is spirit of God. Touch him man and say, give him the mic. And when time Israel grab the mic, Israel say, listen to me brothers and sisters. What you are born to do
That is what you have to do. If you're born to preach, make sure you preach. Don't make your mother and father deter you from where you're born to do. Because then you not do what you're born to do. You're going to live an uncomfortable life. Israel preach like a last day per earth. And the man ready dead here preach start to get jealous because him only could have draw 50 people. But when Israel grab him mic, 150 are come and counting people from left, right and center. See who the man there preach. Something about that man. I want to meet that man. God is inside that man. God is using that man. So when you get a task for do, you better do it. No listen to nobody. If I cook, you're born for cook. Run your restaurant. If you're born for drive car, run your taxi. If you're born for race bicycle, go on and go race your bicycle. If you're born for race car, go and go race your car. Do your purpose in a life, or else you go feel uncomfortable. And when time Israel take a mic and him bring up a topic and say, do your purpose, do what you're born to do. The people then rally round Israel and say, Israel, a few type of preaching we love. If you're not dibby, you're not carnal. We can hear the spirit of God inside of you. We want you to open one assembly so we can come hear what you have to say. And Israel say, wherever the Lord lead me from this day, that is where I am going. Wherever the Lord say I am to be from this day, that is where I am going to be. I don't want to place myself in no one position. I want to travel the entire island. I want to travel the entire country. I want to travel the earth and meet different nations upon nation. I want to preach to different people. I don't want to be stuck. I want to experience the fullness of me. I want to experience the fullness of God. With the help of God, I shall and I will overcome. So when time Livian did I tell you, say put your faith and trust in a God. Don't play with God. Me no need no book. Everything inside of me, all me need is a mic. Give me a mic and don't give me no beat. And I will rock you for an hour and 45 minutes. Give me a mic. I don't need no beat. And I will put you in place and show you things that you wasn't seeing. Give me a mic and I will let you hear the voice of God through me. Give me a mic and I will let you hear the voice of the Lord through me. Determination, confidence, no confusion. The Spirit of God dwell in me. Don't play with God. Don't play with God. Put your trust in a God, my brother. Put your trust in a God, my sister. Are your faith I go save you? Are your faith I go save you? Are your faith where you have in a God I go save you? Nobody now can save you. No follow where them a tell you say, are your faith in a God save you from all of your tribulation and where you go through. When God tell you say, lock your leg as a woman, and that's how your faith a go get test. To see if you can wait upon God for true. Are your faith are your savior? Are your faith are your savior? Are your faith a go deliver you? Because when God put the test for you and you can't pass, you're not ready for what God have in store for you. When God put the test for you and you can't pass, you're not ready for your wife where God have for you. When God put the test for you and you can't pass, you're not ready for your husband where God have for you. When God put the test for you and you can't pass, you're not ready for your daughter where God have in store for you. When God put the test for you and you can't pass, you're not ready for your son where God have for you. Don't play with me. Put your faith and trust in a God. Make people talk where they want to talk. You know, listen. Just make sure say you chat pan the part where God want you to chat pan. Chat pan the part where God want you to chat pan. Follow God.
So I refused their offer and wait on the Lord, and I regretted it not. I passed all the tests and defeated all the odds, and preached for my fellow brothers and sisters to hear, that to have faith in thyself is to have faith in God. For God is thyself, God is within self.
Right there, some man. God is within self. God is thyself. God in a you. God no outside of you. Now make nobody come tell you about if you give them $100,000, make them go pray for you. So warm to your prayer. God in a your people, God in a you. Find God in a yourself. Stop make people come sell you no God for a price. Know God for yourself. So me I tell you now, when some of my enemy them try everything, you know. Years upon years, me and them at war, spiritual war go on. They set all type of trap. One of them all put things in my food. Claim to say she a try if he hurt me. And the morning when time she do it, the Spirit of God say, Livian, you know say that woman they put something in your food. But it is same way. Me I go show you the power where you walk with. And me I say then God if he put something in my food, when me fi hit it for, God say hit the same way. And me I tell you, me hit the same way. And when me go there, about 2 other morning, the woman run go round her back and can't believe say me alive. I am alive and well. Because God in me. So when me tell you put your trust and your faith in a God, no matter what people try to do, no matter how they set trap, everything have to fail because God want you to doing will. God want you to doing purpose. God want you to do what He want you to do. So you have to put yourself in the position so that God can use you. You have to buck up on people where God did a use, but then could have gone further with God because the requirement of God to go higher in God is very, 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 very deep and very steep. So enough people enough man can't do without the flesh for 1 4 or 1 5 year. Enough woman can't do without the stick without for 1 4 and 5 year. But when time you're disciplined enough and you go 4 year and hard and look upon a woman as a man, God in you. When you're a woman and I go 4 year and hard and look upon a man, God in you. That's your power there. That's your power there. That's your reborn. That's God recreate you with the energy way inside of you. So when them talk about born again and a dip you go deep in the water, I lock your leg as a woman and I draw up your zip as a man and wait upon God to send you your spouse. Me no come to tell no lie. So all who want go deep in the water, but them are baptized and them born again. Go and talk about you born again. You're not born again yet. You have to walk this journey. You have to walk in 963 miles where God give you to walk before you can born again. You have to walk this 963 miles where God give you to walk before you can claim to say you're ready for God work. Dibby thing, uno come and talk about uno ready, and uno weak to flesh, like a rat weak to cheese. I wanna come with uno dibby self. Wait till God ready to turn on some of them demon the pound and make me see what uno go do and feel like uno guard ring, what uno have on, can spare uno. Wait till when God say, no more sacrifice of my children ain't going to take place. All sacrifice of my golden children is now coming to an end. This day, no more my children who can't get for sacrifice. No more them now go up on the butcher table. And when you can't go no demons, the golden child blood won't promise the demons. Death in our family, death in our organization. Fire. I go burn no. Play with God, pick me them and feel like say, only did I go get way and feel like a hard time when one of them rise up, who can come together and come take him down. Well, I Livian ain't going nowhere. Who have to go look by my face, and have to go listen to me voice. Who have to go get used to me, because me not left this planet here till my purpose complete. So take a seat. Take a seat and watch and listen. And the more no try to kill, and the more no go dead.
The more I try to stop, and more I go fall. Because my faith not in a man, my faith in a God. My faith not in a man, my faith in a God. So when time some little woman feel like say, then little change where they have in a pocket or in a bank can come intimidate me and feel like say me frightened, or you can come book me in an hotel with me and you lock down for no night, and then a man in you disappear for me and gone, and then me have to go answer to God. Back up with your flesh, because me no want that. Me no want that. You feel like the vehicle where you drive can't impress me. You don't know who Livian is, man. You don't know who I am. Now you are going to know. Me not frightened for you. Me not frightened for your flesh, and me not frightened for your pretty skin. Sometimes you see some of them, as they see you, them a turn round and a cock up self, like they feel like every man, they can turn round for sure they funk. And every man wants soon. Some of you need to go one side, go get a bath of water, and go learn how to bathe, but no one man. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Go one side, go get some water, and go bathe on yourself properly. Soap up your rag. Because some of you just dash water upon yourself. Wash out, soap up on your arm. You don't spend time to wash down there so good. And I can't talk about you know one man. One wish man. Go bathe. Two some other man weak too, no. You feel like say Livian weak. Me no weak too, no. I will look pa you and gaze pa you and make you feel like you know in existence. You will be sexiest thing, and 98 man call to you from your walker come from down the road. And when you reach up to me, if you make 99, if you make you feel like somebody, me take out my phone and look pan you and turn me back. Kill you or your ego. Some of you don't need to go know on yourself. Man and woman may attack. Because enough boy out there about them want a woman. And you know where you put your head. So where you going to put your lower part? Where you going to put woman? Eh? You know work. You know source of income. And you a dash where you drum of water every day. And when you see Livian TikTok video then come up, I try to teach you how to work by yourself. You skip past them fast. Then you not going to continue to suffer. Later on you want to come call me. But Livian, I want you to give me a strength. Me feel jamming in my life. And you just got jam something last night. Make you jam this morning. If you ain't keep that the picnic there, what you have in your back, you know, cuss man, bow man, a gelding. You know, if you keep your picnic now on your back and develop on yourself, focus on yourself and better on yourself. But now call man gelding. You know, have picnic, come meet up on next picnic, and next picnic, and everybody a suffer. Mother a suffer, father a suffer, and the picnic them a suffer. And as one reach 14, he must go turn prostitute, because now he must grown, come try to see if he can take care of his mother and his father and his two younger siblings. You know, go focus on yourself. Put no trust and faith in a God. That's why God no ram for make you no get broken heart. God no ram for make man broke no heart. And make woman broke no heart. So you can go one side, go take a time out if you know on yourself. You don't think a coincidence make every woman a broke no heart. I true you no want to buy on yourself. God broke no heart till you can't take it broke heart no more. You don't think when I time we reach to a point to a woman broke no heart, you know all hate woman. To a man broke no heart, you know hate man. And sometimes they're stubborn. When time they find out, say, woman broke their heart, then turn to man. So man broke their heart too. And when some woman them, when the man them broke the woman their heart, then claim to say them a go turn to woman. So woman broke their heart too. So everywhere they go, everybody where they meet up on, I broke their heart. So it forced them to keep themselves to themselves. Yeah, man, you know, say a God work. A God make you get so much broke heart, because God want you for himself. God want build you up. God want develop you. And you claim to say you are a man. You claim to say you are a woman. So God broke your heart. Make you go one side and go focus on yourself. So brothers and sisters, put your trust and your faith in God. Put your trust and your faith in God.
I was delivered from around my enemies, from the pit that they throw me in spiritually. And if it was not for faith, I would be a dead vessel walking. They try and try, but my faith was blocking them. So every try they try, it all went back to them and caused them harm instead of me.
So me I tell you, say, when them wake up in the morning and say last night we try one piece of work for the boy Livian, so we are going to see if he work now. We want to know if he work. And when time 5 o'clock come, everybody dey on the edge of their seat. 5:30 come, everybody dey on the edge of their seat. 6 o'clock come, then hear when me sneeze. The next one say, no look like he work, because he not supposed to sneeze none at all. A deadly demon supposed to kill him in his sleep. What kind of boy this? A way boy down there do. A God protection there around me all demons. So when the demons come, me say me want you go back to who sent you. Tell him say that God say you must come back to him or she and take out the heart out and chest, take out the eye out and head, broken foot in a many places, broken hand in a many places. Anything we love, me want you to take it from him. Harder me and harder demons to go back to Obia boy and witch girl and go destroy their life. Take away car out of life. If you car used to start, car if you start. If you used to work, if you lose work, if you have no source of income, if you get black and destroy, even if you might raise foul, no if you come over 2 pounds. Take on curse and destruction upon yourself. But you try if you stop me. Heavy vehicle, when take a little money and buy, he crash and mash up. He recite him if he spend it for a mechanic. Mechanic buy brand new vehicle all time. Cause every minute film vehicle broke down. All when he go in a car mart and go take out one. Be a problem, be a stress. Problem after problem. Destruction after destruction. Business get locked down. Business upon business get locked down because them see my things and claim to say them a try sacrifice me. So everything where them earn with God children blood get shut down right now on a play thing. I know ask me, I ask you, I tell you what happened. He get shut down. Everything locked down. You use God picnic them blood and build up on yourself. No God there with vengeance, there with fire, and a burn out on your soul, out on your chest. Violation. You never hear say you know if you touch a ladder 90. When time you throw that one day underneath the bus, if you get a brand new vehicle, you never know say God did I go throw your daughter back underneath the bus. When you throw that little boy there underneath the bus, if you get a brand new house, you never know say God did I go throw your son back underneath the bus. Vengeance. Don't play with God disciple. Don't play with God children. Don't play with the vessel of the Lord and God. So brothers and sisters, when we tell you about faith. Walk with faith. Put your trust and your faith in a God. Don't put your faith in a man. Put your trust and your faith in a God. Don't put your faith in a man. Man a failure. God will rise you and build you up. God will elevate you, my brother and my sister. When you put your faith in a God, no put your faith in a man. Because man a failure. Man will fail you. But God will elevate you. When everything seems as if you now go where you're supposed to go, God will find where out to come in because God is a superhero. God is a superhero. Come in and save your day. Save you from what you're going through. So put your faith and trust in a God.
Things that they wanted to manifest on me, take their own belly pain and put them into a shock. And taught them a lesson. The same things that you wish a next man child, prepare to see the same things happening to yours. When they see that my breakthrough was coming, they all team up and send me blow to destroy me. But the protection of the Lord and God shield me, and while they were up busy working, I was sleeping like a baby in his mother's arm, safe and warm. My faith in God lead me to victory. My obedience gave me warrior status in God's army. My reinforcement came and dropped thunderball on all my enemies, and none that went against me survived. They challenged me and lost, and the same butcher found himself on his own hook. All who they sent to me failed, because I could spot an agent from a mile. So no matter how they present themselves to rob me of my glory with sex, I send them back to their master to tell them that my faith can't be touched. No matter how hard they try to defeat me, I see many fall because of flesh, and I wasn't going to add myself to the list. Seal.
Yes, my brother, faith is a very powerful thing. When you have a faith in a God, when you put your faith and trust in a God, may I tell you, things work out in your favor. You don't have to be a millionaire to put your faith in a God. You don't have to have what everybody else have to put your faith and trust in a God. All it take are you to just put your faith in a God. And how you put your faith in a God, at when time you keep yourself to yourself as a man. This is the only way you can be saved from what you're going through. Because your sexual energy, we could do like a teaching, because we do teaching too, you know. Your sexual energy is what you need to remember who you are. Your sexual energy is what are going to bring you to elevation, bring you up spiritually, so that your spiritual high can be open. Once your spiritual highs are open, you will be able to see the world for what it is. No pastor can trick you, nobody can trick you, nobody can lie to you. Because your eyes open and God has speak to you through your spiritual ears. Everything is all about the spiritual realm. So if you're not a part of the spiritual realm, if you're not aware of the spiritual realm, if you're not dwelling in the spiritual realm, may I tell you, you're going to feel. So majority people, where you see today, and then enemy defeat them, because they don't know how to pray, and they don't know how to fast, and they don't know how to connect to God. And the enemy use demons and sources to defeat them, because them weak. A man that is weak to flesh will never ever reach to the heights and the full potential of himself. The woman that is weak to flesh will never reach to her heights and reach to the full potential of herself. You have to be sexually disciplined if you know God. Because when God see demons, them come and say, Livian, don't put yourself with that girl, you know. I send her. If me no obey and put myself with her, tomorrow morning, me wake up, all of me enemy, them a laugh. Because they know what they do. Same thing for a woman. When they send one man to you, a man they use and destroy on purpose. And because you just can't see, and when people are trying to tell you, you not hear. So what we do now, we step aside and make you suffer. Make you feel the hands of them. When you start to feel the hands of them, then you realize what Livian did I really try to say. Your enemy are defeat you because you weak to sex. Anyhow, you no weak to sex, me I tell you rise to heights so you can't believe. Because that's how you go get for know God. That's how you go get for experience God. Because God inside of you, but God can't work with the vessel and get tampered with. God can't work when you are disobey him. God can't work when he tell you to do something and you not do it. God work get harder when you disobey God. But God work easier to manifest when you obey what God tell you to do. Don't play with God. Put your faith and trust in a God, my brother. Put your faith and trust in a God, my sister. Until then, take care of yourself.